We are speaking with Professor Mוחמד דג'אני. Good evening.
Hello?
Professor Deg'ani?
Yes.
Yes. Just to let the audience know you, a Palestinian professor and a peace activist. You arrange delegates to Auschwitz, Birkenau. Am I right?
Yes,
In
yes.
2014.
Yes, March 2014.
Yes, with 27 students. In order that the Palestinians will also understand the pain of the Jewish people, what was the response of the Palestinian street?
The Palestinian street was, the response was negative, not because of the Holocaust, but because of how the trip was represented. And it was misrepresented in the media, and it was misrepresented in the social networks. That's why there was an outcry against it, because it was explained as if it was pro-Zionist narrative and anti-Palestinian narrative, and it was explained negatively, and that's why there was an outburst, particularly that people thought, why teach about the Holocaust when the Israelis are banning the teaching of the Nakba. And so there was this misunderstanding among in the street and in the media. There was some incitement, and as a result, there were demonstrations against me on campus, and I was threatened, and my car was torched. But I believe that it was the Holocaust was a taboo topic, and our trip managed to break the wall of this taboo.
Yeah, as I see it, there is no connection between the Nakba and the Holocaust. It's two different things. It's happened in different years.
That's what we tried to explain. That's actually part of the trip, is to help make the Palestinians see the Holocaust from that perspective, that it has nothing to do with the Nakba. They are two different things, whether in the goal, in the process, in the moral background, in the historical context. They are totally different events, and so they are not connected, and that's what we try to explain by arranging that visit.
Yeah, I see. I know you were called the traitor. The show today is talking about the Holocaust denial. So as I see, you are against it. You've tried to avoid this kind of issue. You still teaching today?
No. I actually, at that time, I submitted my resignation to the university because I felt that the university was not giving me due support in what I did, and that they, instead of supporting my academic freedom, they actually issued a statement saying that they had nothing to do with the trip, and that it was done on my own personal initiative. And as a result, that added to the fuel on campus and among the public, that as if I did something wrong, and as a teacher, and that's why I submitted my resignation in protest, hoping that they would reject that resignation. However, they accepted it, and as a result, they confirmed their position that the trip was not educational, but rather political.
Are you planning a second journey to Poland, to the death camps?
I think that if the opportunity would avail itself, we will do that. And because it needs funding, it needs preparation, it needs a lot of things. But if there will be, I support the idea, and I believe that more Palestinian students and even more with the leaders of the community should go and should see for themselves in order for them to be able to understand the context of the Holocaust. What was the goal? What was the objective? What was the motivation? What was why did it take place, and how much evil it held within itself. And so that's why I believe that a trip like that is very important. I can see the impact on my students who before going were in the denial process, and some thought, like one of the students told me, that he thought that Hitler gathered the Jews in concentration camps to ship them to Palestine. And so it was totally, the reaction was totally different after the visit. And they wrote about it, and we published actually in a book their reactions to the visit.
Okay. Professor Mוחמד דג'אני, thank you very much, and wishing you good luck.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
טוב, זה היה פרופסור מוחמד דג'אני. פרופסור מוחמד דג'אני נתרגם קצת. הוא פרופסור פלסטיני ופעיל שלום. בשנת 2014 ארגן מסע למחנות המוות באושוויץ ובכלל בפולין, עם 27 סטודנטים פלסטינים. מטרה מוצהרת שהפלסטינים יבינו את הכאב של היהודים.
עם כל זה הוא דיבר על זה שלא קיבלו את זה יפה ברחוב הערבי.
לא קיבלו.
ברמה שהוא קיבל איומים, הרסו את הרכב שלו. הוא עבר המון דברים מאוד מאוד לא...
ואולץ להתפטר מאוניברסיטת אל-קודס. עבר דברים חי בארצות הברית תקופה, ועכשיו חזר לירושלים. קונה בוגד. כל הסיפור הזה בעצם לטענתו זה שפרשו את זה לא נכון את המסע שלו לפולין. בעצם אמרו שהוא בעצם מקבל את הנרטיב, אני יכולה על המילה הזאת,
ציוני.
את הנרטיב הציוני, וזה לא משהו בעצם בא לעשות, בשביל שהם יבינו את הכאב של הצד השני, כמו שאצלנו הם מנסים להבין את הכאב של הנכבה או משהו בסגנון הזה. יש כאלה שגם אצלנו לא אוהבים את זה כל כך.
כן, אתה יודע, עם כל הכבוד לפרופסור, אני לא רואה מקום להשוואה.
אין השוואה. להבין את הכאב של הצד השני. אני מדבר עם ארמנים, אני רוצה להבין את הכאב שלהם, מדבר עם רואנדים וכולי.
כן.
לדעתי זה דבר חיובי, וחבל שלא מקבלים את זה, הרחוב שם לא מקבל את זה. טוב, גיוון דעות זה לא משהו שחזק באזור הזה.